Mocking the mockers. Is this a contradiction? Fortunately, no. We've read in the past days that being a mocker is the opposite of wisdom in some ways. Looking at things and sneering or sighing or just going after it and attacking or being sarcastic about everything, genuinely, of course, is wrong. So, what is this referring to? Well, the good news is that we see that this is actually talking about God mocking mockers. So this is not a command for us as people who are trying to become wise to mock mockers, but instead it's to understand that in a sense, and not to be harsh, but in a sense they have it coming for them. God will mock them in the long term. And it's kind of like what we see with the wise laughing at the foolish, because whenever you choose the way of folly, you get what is coming to you. It's the same thing. And so how do we see those people? How do you know whenever someone is being a mocker? It's like, well, it's so easy nowadays. So first of all, be careful not to fall into that trap. It's so easy. And I guess it's always been easy historically, but today with social media, it's so easy to become a debunker or to only post comment that sneers or slanders. If instead you use heartfelt arguments to actually discuss the point of what's going on, you get somewhere meaningful. Part of what's dangerous about mockers is the simple, like we've discussed previous days, flock to them. They see what appears to be intellectual flattery and very flashy, big, like, oh, I'm so smart in these mockers. And it looks amazing. It's impressive to the simple. So if you find yourself falling for that, just be aware of that and try to take a step back. What we ought to be and ought to look for in other people around us is humility. The world tells us that the ultra overconfident and the self-important will make it. And in a sense, they'll make it in the worldly ways. And whenever we are looking to make it in a much more meaningful way, in a long-term, genuine manner, that's empty and hollow. And so the true way to make it is to be genuine, to be heartfelt, to be personal. Not to attack, but to love. And the love may not be easy, it may not be nice all the time, but it's not intentionally tearing people down. So find your center, find truth, and find people that you know and that you want to look up to and admire that act in the same way that you want to, that you would feel comfortable interacting with them. Because the people that you surround yourself with are the people that you become the most like. You hear all the time, you become like your 5 closest friends or your 3 closest friends or whatever it is, the 5 people you spend the most time with. And there's definitely a lot of truth to that. I'm not going to put personally a number on it. But the people that you surround yourself with are the people that you will become like because it's the only way of acting that you see all day, every day. So just be wary, because now with social media, you can surround yourself with whatever you want. So there's a lot of caution that has to be taken with that. We talk about a lot of times the amazing benefits of globalization and connectedness in social media. So then why does it feel so empty? Well, it's because, first of all, those relationships are only one way, which is a bit different than maybe historically relationships have been. But also, whenever you get the power to choose every single thing that's going to be around you, as opposed to some of those things being incidental, your worldly desires can really come out. And that will destroy that relationship or those series of relationships or whatever choices you're trying to make. So the responsibility of that massive amount of connectedness is huge. So wield it wisely. See you tomorrow.